Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How we doing there, Big Bear? I'm a little tired today. I was up quite late last night working with some of the ambassadors, getting a few quests dialed in, and uh, I got some good sleep, but I kind of slept in a little. It's the first time I've ever woken up 45 minutes before the live stream's gonna start.
Need a cup of coffee and a kickstart.
Yeah, protein drink is what I got. You know, I crashed too hard after coffee, but yeah, it's definitely it's a high anxiety, low energy, but really kind of exciting time right now. So it's just good to be here and to share some time with you guys, to share some time with our community. We're going to be talking a lot about some of the things that are happening with the community, but we've got Big Bear with us and Dave from our Mastermind Council. And if you missed last week, which most people didn't, we have a quest that's about to kick off. It will kick off at the bottom of the hour. So we did this purposefully because we wanted those that were here to actually have time to listen and hang out, pay attention to what we're doing. The quest doesn't start till the bottom of the hour. So if you guys took any screenshots of the countdown or the video, then delete them and redo your screenshots, because especially for this quest, we do have some extra XP that we're giving out for those that are in attendance, and for the first 200 that submit for this quest, we'll get a little boost in their XP. We want we really want you guys to be here with us because we feel the energy. We do. When I look up and I see we've got a good little crowd with us, paying attention, hanging out, it really kind of gets us excited, and it really kind of helps me set the vibe. So and we've got people watching now. This is what's really cool, Big Bears. We've got people watching now across Facebook. We're broadcasting it on both the Axion DAO Twitter account, X account, and my personal account. We're on LinkedIn, and we're on Kick. And we're seeing views across, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to be here in the YouTube stream. You can be on X. We're actually seeing a little more engagement now on X, which is pretty cool. And so as long as you're here with us during the live portion and participating, then you're going to qualify for that. But this quest, this campaign is going to last until next Monday or Tuesday, because we want people not only to benefit from the different metrics that we're and the different social engagement opportunities that we're providing, but also really just to hang out and feel the vibe and get to know us a little bit. So
yeah, you can definitely get the sense that the engagement tsunami is getting bigger and bigger and bigger as each week passes. So, and it's like kind of the perfect timing for it, because we are sort of heading in, the tip of the spear is just right there. Like we're we're close. We're so close to kicking this thing off for everybody. So yeah, exciting times for sure.
Yeah. And I really want to speak to that. The engagement has been phenomenal, and it's been an incredible benefit to the project and to the message. Our social engagement, and not just that, we're trending on Zealy, which is getting us extra exposure. Our community, we did an introduce yourself kind of campaign, and our community, it's obvious we span the globe at this point. There's small concentrations, but the engagement and the the level of engagement, the quality of engagement. I'm being pinged. I told the guys before we got started, I'm going to be a little organic today. I have lots to share, but we want to spend a little bit of time here just talking about our community and talking about this engagement. And while I'm doing that, I've got Hermie over here pinging me. I'm gonna send him a link to this and say join us, and we'll see. We'll see.
Get him in here. Get him in here. We're doing stuff with MetaRide soon, aren't we? And
Yeah, we are.
on the comment section on YouTube, I can't keep on top of it. It's so many. So thank you for engaging with us so much so early in the stream. It really is appreciated.
Yeah, for sure. But what's really awesome. So like we did we're doing the can pain, and we have 10 candidates. We're having a lot of fun with this on Spaces, by the way. And we've had some really, really fun engagement on that. And then so tomorrow during our X Space, we're going to be announcing we've got 10 finalists, and everybody's going to go home with a little extra something. But the top 3 will also get a MIDI Punks NFT. Which is going to get, and there's going to be other things that we're going to be doing with that. We've got a couple more we're going to give away in another quest, but MIDI Punks is doing a lot for Web3. And one of the things that they're doing is they've done a lot of collaboration songs where they have anywhere from 30 to 100 or so people participating in the song. One of those songs is the Moon Song, but the Moon Song is not on the moon. Is that right, Dave? Because thought
it's the GM song that's on the moon, and we did an well, I say we, I'm a MIDI Punks holder, and I have been for a long time. But we did one song where we had like nearly 200 people on it, where it was a public version of the High song, and it was just opened up on Instagram and TikTok, and it was. Yeah, just lots of people got involved publicly, and that was a big number of people. But yeah, it's exciting what they do. Anyway, I'll let you go on to the love song, which is where I'm sure you're getting.
Yeah, and did you want your camera off, or you said something about?
Yeah, I want my camera off. I'm not wearing a massive oversized hoodie. My little bit of a tidy.
I just wanted to make sure because you said something earlier. I was wanting to make sure. Yeah, no, that's fine. You've been on with us several times. He's got bedhead. Basically, what he's saying is he's got bedhead. So, no, but it's the end of the day. So how do you have bedhead? No. So we're working on a collaborative song with them that we're going to be talking about. It's going to be one of our quests coming up. They're doing the love song, and what it is they've got. They're looking to get 420 individuals saying the word love in your own language. And so I'm already in that one. I think I'm in just one other one. I was always too busy for my own good to jump on board, but I am on one of the versions of the Moon Song. But this is a group that literally, they're one of 47 projects that put something Web3 related on the moon. Literally, it's on.
Yeah. So just quickly for that, what it is it's I think it's like some sort of carbon silicoid thing and a metal chip as well. And there's 47 artists that have had their art digital, like laser imprinted within this thing that's going on the moon. And there's a digital copy, MP3 potentially, of the GM song in there from the MIDI Punks. So yeah, it was the first art on the moon since the art that went up with like the second or third space mission, and the Dutch artist who was on that, whose art went on the moon way back when in 1970 or something. was part of this group of 47 or 48 artists from the Moon Mars mission.
Cool.
So like, there was a nice full circle moment with that as well, and it was it's still surreal as anything to be part of that, but I still can't wrap my head around it. It's
well, and I'm learning stuff about it every day. And I'm sure I've heard that before, but it just didn't stick in my head. So I appreciate you sharing that, because I didn't know there was that kind of tie-in. But there are a lot of people out there doing some big things, and that's really what our collaboration partners kind of network is all about. It's about bringing in those builders that have the tenacity and the fortitude and the stick-to-itiveness. In fact, I've got 3 really nice articles that we're going to be posting. There'll be some quests around it. When we did this last time on our Medium articles, we ended up in several of their organic email blasts, and we were trending. We actually showed up on their front page for a couple of days. And it was really exciting. So this is really the value of this engagement campaign that we're doing, and I just can't thank these. We're having fun, and a lot of people are picking up some rewards, picking up some love. We've got this flash quest that's ending here, and we're going to have another flash quest behind, or not a deck. Sorry, sprints. We have a sprint quest that's happening. I've got to get all these terms straight in my head, guys. The sprint will end at the end of next week. We're going to start another sprint that will carry us through our migration to base. So that's really the reality. Is we're 3 weeks away, and we're only one more sprint from after this sprint. We're one more sprint away from actually migrating to base. So yeah, reality check. But the engagement is really getting our name and our message and our vibe out there in droves. And what kind of started this whole conversation is what we're doing with this campaign with MIDI punks, and this is what it actually kind of woke me up, because I wasn't paying attention to these numbers. I was actually looking to the actual numbers, right? The actual likes, the actual retweets, the actual comments. But Songs pointed out, along with Prism, that the views, the amount of impressions that all of these posts that we're putting out there are I think the one that we're doing with MIDI punks, it might have already crossed 10,000 impressions on that one tweet.
Sure. I should find out for you very shortly.
Yeah. I mean, we've got, like, right now we have close to 3,000 that have been participating in our current sprint. We've had nearly 7,000 participating with us from the beginning. We do see an influx every time we start a new sprint. The participants, they all see, their engagement from different perspectives. Some of them like to do the leaderboard challenges. Some of them like to hunt for the raffle quest, the raffles, and the cash prizes that we're putting out there. And so engagement is and that's really what kind of gives us a little bit of diversity in how we're reaching not only the people that are participating in the campaign, but also those that are starting to really see that engagement and participate in it. And we're pursuing a couple of influencers that we hope will take note and help us get some really nice organic exposure out there to even larger audiences. So this is all building up to a crescendo that's going to really kind of launch us into the next chapter for Axion. I know most
So
of. Go ahead.
the post with the 10 candidates has got 5k impressions, but each of the candidates posts underneath has each got over 1,000 impressions as well. So that one post alone is running up to 15k impressions, and
And
people that have been picked are getting seen as well, which makes me smile. And just quickly, whilst we're on MIDI punks, what one other thing that they're doing, and similar to like why we're working with Income Island, why we're working with MetaRise, is we can see the bigger vision, we understand what they're trying to achieve, and they are creating a music platform called M3 that basically puts all of your music NFTs in one place, gets rid of any other NFTs, and allows you to play your music NFTs via that platform, which can also connect to Alexa and potentially other speakers. So that's only available to MIDI Punks holders at the moment, but the intention is for it to become a product that's available for the entire market, and that's something super exciting. And I'm massively proud to be working with both Axion and supporting MIDI Punks, like whilst we're exploring these things and everything else.
Absolutely. I mean, MetaRise is doing they've got a big outreach going for their Web3 gaming and for their mobile gaming, for the NFTs. We've got NFTs that we'll be giving away. There is a quest around that. We're going to relaunch that quest as well. We're looking at some different ways to make sure that the Axion OGs. So most of the MetaRides NFTs, really, we set those aside for our Axion OGs, those that have hung in there and stayed active or participated over the last couple of years. But MetaRides is doing huge things. We've got Income Island that's building out a downloadable metaverse, where our headquarters is built inside there. And we're going to be doing I talked with Dylan this week. We're looking at doing some pretty fun and engaging. We're going to be exploring doing a digital DeFi conference, just like we did for Polycon. And so we had a long talk about that. We talked about scalability. We talked about optimization. We talked about what it's going to take to make that work so it's an enjoyable experience. And then and Stardogs is getting ready to mint out this massive NFT collection, and those that participate in that will have a shot at being well, you're going to be listed if you participate in their white label program and you end up picking up one of their NFTs. You'll be listed as an associate producer of their next rom-com. So,
very cool, nice.
And it gets you VIP passes to premieres. It gets you potential roles, and we've got some really dynamic articles that are going to come out to share this. But where was I? But I guess really what I want to I don't want to beat this too much, but I also don't want to diminish the importance of it at all, because like with what we were just saying, the views, the metrics, the exposure that this campaign is starting to get us is really where the value is for us as a project, and we have seen a very big influx of people participating. In fact, I'm going to go to this real quick. Seems like a good segue, if I can find it. I've shared this a few times, but this is really, I want this to kind of sink in, because we went quite a long time. I think we had dipped down to around maybe 8,500 to 9,000 members on Discord. And we just busted through 15,000.
Wow.
We just busted through 15,000 members on our Discord.
I think it was just last week or the week before, I was saying that we were just about to crack 14,000.
Yeah.
So, wow, that's great.
So,
and
go ahead.
And that kind of ties into what I've said before about, you can a project or a team or a single person can build the most beautiful, shining city on the hill, but the lifeblood of that city is its population, or as we talk about, our community.
Yeah.
The city doesn't run without the community, right? So it's up to us to make it big and beautiful, nice place for people to live and stay and work and laugh and play. But without them, the city doesn't shine as bright as it should.
No.
So, yeah,
no,
we're really appreciative for all the engagement we're getting. It's fantastic to see.
So just this last 30 days, we've seen like 3,000 new members. Our weekly, just in the last week, we picked up another 1,200 members. I mean, this is real engagement. This is real engagement. People are starting to pay attention. And we've had several of our OGs that had left the server come back in, opening tickets and wondering if they can get their OG tags back. So they're getting excited. It's like there's this growing desire to reconnect with the community, and that's what's really exciting. And this was so just in the last 24 hours, we've had about 40, almost 45 people join. So, but it's really the engagement that's really been off the hook. So, we've just in the last week, 2,290. We've got 150 that are engaging. And I was in radio for 10 years. First 10 years out of high school, I was involved in radio in one way or another, and it became a little bit of my own kind of a personality. They would always tell you that for every person that called in, or for every email you got, there's at least 1,000 people that are listening or paying attention. But that's the ratio is 1 in 1,000 will actually get, will come in and start saying stuff. The rest are there to just feel the vibe, to hang out, to read, to pay it. They're just getting the information. They're not the chatty kind of folks. If that rings true, then it's not unreasonable to think that, there's 10, 20 times, this communicators that are actually coming in. So the numbers make sense from that perspective. And then our daily visitors was 460 in the last 24 hours. That's down 12%, by the way. I mean, but it fluctuates every day. Sometimes it's up, but I really wanted to spend some time on this because this is really what is going to help us find the success that we're looking to achieve. It's the engagement, it's the participation, it's the new members getting excited. Just like 5 years ago when this project was launched, it was no different. The people coming in, we're looking for something to really kind of latch onto and to participate in, and that's what we're seeing. So that's really good. So we're about 4 minutes away from this next quest to start, like I said, if you took a screenshot of the countdown, or if you took a screenshot of the opening video, scrap it, put in a new screenshot, because I'm with these first 200 that get submitted, I will be looking at them. And if I get any that are trying to kind of game the system, unfortunately, I will fail it. You can still come back and do it, but you just won't get that initial XP. So let me see here. Can you tell I'm a little tired today? I'm not as like on, but you know what though? I actually feel better today than I did last week. It's just a different better. It's just a more relaxed, calm, if you will. So if you've missed it, if you haven't been paying attention, our countdown to our snapshot We expect to launch the countdown to our snapshot on the 31st. So we're looking at doing our snapshot around the 10th of November. We're still working out exactly how we're going to do the migration, the pausing, and everything else. But we're kind of looking to make sure that it opens up for everybody at the same time, and that people are able to get in and start claiming their tokens from Polygon before. We're still hashing out exactly what that looks like. I can't exactly, I can't remember some of the wording that Jebin was using for making sure that everything kind of opens up just like you would opening up a store for everybody to come in for the big holiday weekend sale or something. So we're looking at doing it in a way that's very pragmatic and fair across the board for those coming in new and those that are claiming from Polygon. We did select our 5 ambassadors. If you missed we announced who they were, and I think we actually have a post out there with who they are, but we've got it. And I'm gonna go to my little list here because I'll probably get to 4 and I'll forget one name. Where is that? So we've got Adonis, Mayercliff, Killa. So Adonis, Mayercliff, Killa, Crypto, Presidio, and Shieldy. Boom. Okay. I didn't have to go very far. These are our ambassadors. And by the way, I'm having so much fun in our ambassador channel. I know, I think you can see it, Big Bear. I think you've actually come in and dropped a few messages, but I'm really having fun. These guys, the humor, the support, they're helping me tweak things a little bit and make it a little bit fairer, and we want to spread these opportunities out across all the different people that are participating and the ways that they are participating. So these guys are really helping me develop this campaign out so that it's sustainable, so that we're going to hopefully see it grow. There are some communities out there on Zealy. There are 50,000 people strong, and I want to learn how to do that. And so this is why I am working with the Zealy team as well. We've had several messages going back and forth. We're looking at doing a little more with Zealy. And then interestingly, last night at 2:30 in the morning, the quest has just begun, by the way. It's unlocked. So enjoy, keep this on. Don't go anywhere. You can still listen while you're doing that. One of the ambassadors recommended or asked if we were thinking about using any other platforms, and Cascon is one of the other platforms that I was looking at, and they just hopped right in. Oh yeah, that they actually really like Cascon. So we might look at that. I at this point, if we do another platform, I'm going to need some help, because it's everything I can do to keep up with it and make sure it's staying, keeping that momentum. But we are going to look at that.
I was going to jump in on that very quickly, Metal, and just say, like, with the speed that we're growing at the moment, and the different responsibilities and the different places that we want to be visible, there are going to continue to be opportunities, like with regards to what's just happened for the ambassadors that have come on board, like whether it's an extension of that program, whether it's people coming through that and taking on additional responsibilities and potentially getting involved in other ways through, I don't know, potentially content management or social media management, or maybe a moderator role in the Discord. All of these roles are going to be coming up at some point, because we're going to need the support, and we need to grow our team, and we've still got council places available and all of this, so there's lots and lots and lots of opportunities that are going to come over the next couple of months for people that are actively engaged and supporting the Axion community.
And this is, to me, this is really epitomizes the Axion mantra, and that is community driven, community led, community driven, community managed. I came from the community. Big Bear came from the community. Dave came from the community. Our dev came from the community when everything 5 years ago, when things kind of went haywire. Jubbin was in from the beginning. I went back the other day, Big Bear, and I'm going to challenge you to do this. I spent an hour reading through posts from the November 2nd rug all the way through to the November 11, 12, 13 relaunch.
Yeah.
Jubbin was a freaking machine on Discord. Oh my gosh, he ruled the roost, and I've been giving him a hard time because he's got his lane right now, and he's definitely focused on some really important aspects of our relaunch. But and we're probably going to have him on with us next Thursday. Don't quote me, but we're going to try to get him on with us next Thursday. He had a very creative way of participating in live streams in the past, so we're going to see if he can get that working again. He had a little avatar, little robot avatar. So
the famous backflip.
Yep. Yeah.
The famous backflip, man.
And I think if you put exclamation backflip in Discord, it'll actually trigger a video or something. I think that's
it might trigger the GIF of him of his robotish self backflipping. I can't remember though. It's funny. The other day I was just on Discord, and I went into my profile stats for the Axion Discord, and my join date for the Axion Discord was May 30th, 2020. I was just like, wow. That was literally like day one. The day the Discord was created is when I joined it. So
wow,
it's hard to believe that much time has blown by, and all the ebbs and flows and peaks and valleys that the project has gone through. But like we always keep saying, we're still here.
We're still here, and my favorite is the one we've been saying for 3 years now, and we're just getting started.
Like, at what point do we get diagnosed as belonging in a locked room in a straitjacket?
I've already spent time in there this week. I mean, so it's bound to happen.
In my head, it happen. In my head, it happens daily, Dave. Only in my head.
No, I think you've got to be slightly mad to be in crypto in any form. I really do. But it's been an absolute pleasure sort of witnessing this. I mean, witnessing this. I guess I kind of got involved with Axion when Warp were doing the NFT promotional rounds. Sort of probably around 4 years ago. Certainly when our X Spaces started was October 2021, and I would have met Shane not long after that, and then we did the tournament March 2022, and that was epic. So I kind of first got introduced to you guys back then, and watching the regrowth and how it's been pulled together, and the energy that you two and Jubbin particular, I haven't seen much of what Delhi's been doing behind the scenes, but it's what the energy that's come directly from you three has been awesome, and like I say, I'm grateful to be able to play a small part in this, and I'm excited to see what happens with the relaunch, and I love all of the people that we're working with. I've known them for a long time in different ways, whether it's Meta Rides or Dylan or MIDI punks, you know, these guys that we're partnering with, I've known for a number of years as well, and it just feels like kind of like that big together growth moment. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some big ups, really, more than anything else, because I think you deserve it, and I think you're going to want it over the coming couple of weeks because it's going to get intense.
It's going to get intense. Yeah, that's for sure. Wow, chat's just blowing up on YouTube. That's great.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go. What I hope is, and this is something we've been driving home, when we relaunch, our focus has been on the actual migration. We do have some really fun ways to engage and participate in helping us build out our liquidity, and that's going to grow and expand. But a lot of what we want to build is going to come over time, and I've been very focused on our bylaws and some of the legal quagmire, navigating some new requests from the state of Utah for clarification on things. So we're kind of going back and forth on that. And the way that the Utah DAO Act, the oversight, if you will, that it provides, we're going to have, everything's going to be filed, everything's going to be prepped. We're going to have to share our contracts with at some point with that application, so they can review the contracts to make sure that the contracts do what we say they're going to do. And so a lot of this time has been spent articulating all of that, because if we're going to be recognized as legally recognized as an entity for commerce, and provide the rewards the way we want to, and provide the return and the interest and everything else on stakes, we have to have these things in order. So that's where, you know, a lot of that primary focus has been. So when we relaunch, hopefully everybody kind of sees that this is just the beginning of what we're going to be building and how we're going to be building. There's going to be a lot more coming behind that. Some phenomenal ideas for tools and revenue building and everything else. So yeah, and that's what keeps me awake every night, is thinking, you know, making sure I have it straight in my head so that when we're talking about these things, it makes sense. But
yeah, it's very easy to get excited and put our brain power, or whatever we have left on a daily basis, to focusing on you're getting this first iteration out and getting the migration done and get us rolling on base. But there's so many other exciting things that we've talked about as a team about what we want to do after that. And as much as we want to, you know, devote discussion and thought to seeing all of that become a reality, we really sort of have to partition everything, you know, put that aside. Okay, we know it's there. We'll discuss that at a later date. But yeah, as Metal said, we really do have so many things that we are excited to offer the community down the road. And we're really hoping that it's not going to take us too long to roll those out for you guys after we get up and running on base. So very, very cool.
I'm just going to jump in quickly one last time. I've got a meeting in 20 minutes. I need to go and get prepped for it, as will very often be the case on these live streams. So I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. But yeah, I do enjoy being part of not just only the project but the streams as well. And you said it, Big Bear. The energy in the chat is. I'm only looking at YouTube, but the energy in the chat is electric. So
it is.
You know, one final thank you to all of the people getting involved, and I'm sure Metal's going to try and find some questions. I've seen one or two pop up. I'm sure Metal's going to try and find them in a moment and maybe go through. Not to throw you under a bus, Metal.
I am. It's just nice to see all of the pleasantries and the kind comments. They really help.
We can definitely feel the love. Yeah, we can definitely feel the love.
So, yep. I wonder. I'm gonna go check something. I'm gonna see how many.
You have a look for some comments. I'll catch you on the Spaces for the end of the campaign tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST Metal. I'm looking forward to that as well. That should be high energy. Prism and songs are always fun, and yeah, we're going to be giving away some things in that Spaces, I think. So they're always exciting Spaces. I will catch you then.
Sounds good.
All right,
cheers,
Dave.
Take care, guys.
Thanks for everything.
And yeah, so I mean, we really have gone over just about everything that I wanted to go over. I think maybe I'll just kind of backtrack a little bit on the actual campaigns and the value of the campaigns for the project and for us. It really, a lot of what we're doing is just, it's getting our social, getting our analytics and our metrics pumped up. It's getting our messages out in front of more eyeballs. We're seeing a lot of the engagement really. It's translating into a lot of. We're showing up on a lot of threads now because in order to get 5,000, 10,000 views, and views are important because I think someone said it yesterday. You know, it can take up to 20. It used to be if you saw something 3 or 4 times, it might pique your interest. In today's environment and with as much advertising and marketing that we're inundated with every day, there was someone saying that it can take up to 20 impressions. So 20 times seeing something before your brain goes, I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, before you can actually initiate them to actually click or go somewhere and read some more information about it.
Yeah. So and if they do it after 3 or 4, it might be, oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. And they actually might bookmark it and think, I'll look at that later. But then we get back into our routines and, the family, the kids, the work, the job, the, TV shows, whatever. And so, so even though we actually had their attention there for a little bit and they bookmarked us, or they, or better yet, they have an open tab in Chrome that just sits there.
Yes.
That's me. I mean, I have so many open tabs, I can't even see straight, but, and so, but it can take up to 20 times and 20 impressions before people really go, hey, maybe this is something I want to check out now. So this is our goal. And that's why we made this really kind of long-term campaign. And our next sprint is going to have even more added to the overall pool. So we're looking forward to that. But I don't know if I don't really feel like I've missed anything. I want to get to some of the comments. We're going to play out. We'll play out with our 50K giveaway soundtrack. And I don't know, anything else, Big Bear, that maybe I.
No, I think you pretty much covered everything. I mean, it's, we're sort of getting to the point where some of the information that we're presenting on a weekly basis is repetitive, but that's a good thing. It's because we've constantly got new people joining the community. For a lot of them, it's going to be the first time they hear this stuff. So it's, it goes without saying that we sort of have to rehash things and keep talking about some of the same things because the new people need to be informed and educated as to what we're about and what we're doing and what our plans are and what our path looks like. So no, I mean, it's great. This chat is just crazy.
Well, here's kind of what's cool.
Comments are fantastic.
Here's what's cool. You're not seeing, so I'm going to show you a few. I'm going to go through a bunch of these. Okay. So do you see the little X icon on this?
Yeah, that's from X.
Yeah. So we've got comments coming in from X, Facebook, and YouTube. And it looks like there's a lot more on X. So Debaz, I don't know how I would pronounce that. Appreciate the comment. We've got Arjun, but let's see. Boom. Oh, that's Arjun again. We've got Joe. We got Shieldy. Shieldy Go on. That's one of our ambassadors. And this one's on YouTube. So let me just kind of go through this. Whispers of Alpha carried through the crypto winds. Only Axion listeners will understand. That's pretty.
I like that. I like that. We got to steal that.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Whispers of Alpha carried through the crypto winds. That nails it. Thank you. Let's see.
Maybe Jevin can. That's a really nice line to weave into a captain's log.
Yeah. We'll have to share that with him.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome comment. Thanks, ATB.
Let's see. So, okay, I am going to say this. If you started the Introduce Yourself quest, it did cap out. If you started the Introduce Yourself quest before we capped out, just open a ticket in support, send me a ticket. I will look at it and I'll make sure you get the credit for that. Okay. We've had a few people in here that are frustrated because that capped out. So, but I just want you to know you can go in, open a ticket, ping me. I'll check it out. And if you got in before we capped out, we'll definitely be giving you credit for that. So, you know, I even pinged support on that one too. Again, we're learning as we grow through this process. So we're learning what works. We're learning what you know. We're learning how to circumvent bottlenecks. And so you know, don't get frustrated if something happens and you missed it or you weren't able to get, you know, the screenshot done before you've got your engagement and all that kind of stuff. Just open a ticket and go to the support ticket on Discord. I will go in and I'll hook you up. I actually learned how to do that, and it is possible to do that. So because we do have let's see, but it did cap out. Let's see. A lot of good comment. A lot of just cheering, basically.
Looks like on a side note, looks like the market's getting a bit of a boost here. I saw something come across my X feed that said, and I have to fact check it because it could be fake news, but I saw something that come across that said President Trump has officially pardoned CZ from Binance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Bitcoin is up over 111 now. So yeah, we're getting a bit of a boost.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that whole show is frustrating. It's really sad what some of the previous bureaucrats and administration were really fighting to keep everything that's being built at bay. And it's really just refreshing to have an administration that's basically saying, look, innovation needs room to build. Innovation needs room to grow. Mm-hmm. If you squash innovation, you're just hurting everybody. And this really is the next chapter in global finance. I remember when I did a DeFi panel at the Polycon conference, and I was the moderator of this DeFi panel. Had 5 of the leaders of some of the DEXs from QuickSwap, Kyber, Smart Finance. I can't remember the other 2, but I got to know Samip at QuickSwap, and he's the one who kind of set me straight when I was doing as a moderator, where I kept calling it TradFi and DeFi, and he respectfully requested that we stop calling it TradFi and DeFi and started calling it a global finance. And he really kind of set my mind and my thought process in motion for that. So this is what we're doing here. You know, we are participating, even though, you know, we're not, you know, brand new, but when you look at, you know, how long other financial institutions have been around, DeFi is still in its infancy. So being at the forefront of that is really where I hope, as a project and as a DAO, that we're going to have this. We're going to be playing a long game. This is not something that we're looking to, you know, hit a home run and everybody, you know, eats their popcorn and their hot dogs and goes home. We're looking at a marathon. We're looking at an Ironman, if you will. We're looking at actually building out and doing more into the future. So let me see. I'm looking for questions. I appreciate, you know, we're getting a lot of really good comments. Appreciate the comments, Valor. But I want to see if there's any questions. Any questions that, as a reminder, tomorrow during our, and I will be posting an invite to the space on X tomorrow. We will be celebrating the candidates of the campaign for the MIDI punks. So we highly encourage you to be there for that. Might have a little alpha. There's one person in here posting. There's another one from Expert Dre. Appreciate the good vibes, guys. Really, really helps. There's Mayor Cliff, one of our ambassadors. Appreciate the comments. I'm not seeing a whole lot of questions. There we go from John. I'm trying to see if there's any other comments from other platforms. I don't think Kick shows up on here. LinkedIn doesn't show up on here. It's just Facebook. I'm not seeing it. Facebook is kind of slow, and that's okay. We're gonna be paying a little bit more attention to Facebook here soon. We got one from Damien, and there's one from Alex, watching and taking notes. I don't know. I think we should go ahead and just play ourselves out. I'm not seeing any big questions. A lot of great comments. Well, here's something from Pizzo. No, let's see the inbox. Yeah, so the best way to do this, Pizzo, if you're still hanging out with us, is to go on a Discord and open up a collaboration ticket and drop me a message. I am finally to where I'm paying more attention. This is one thing I forgot to mention. We've had 4 projects now on Zeely reach out to us that want to do a collaboration. So I'm going to be connecting with them to see if there's some like-minded synergy. Want to make sure that we kind of our approaches are similar, but we've had 4 projects reach out to us on Zeely that want to do a little collaboration partnership. So I'll be checking that out. All right. Here's another one from Bangkok. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play us out. What do you think, Big Bear? I'm going to play us out with the 50K giveaway. I'll throw up some. I'll be able to, when I do this, I'll throw up some more of these comments. And we are 4 minutes away from the top of the hour, so it makes sense. Any parting thoughts before I do that?
I could do something really corny, but I won't.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll do the Elon Musk thing on Saturday Night Live. Axion to the moon.
All right.
That's my geek out moment for the week. So.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play the 50. We're going to play us out. We're going to play the 50K giveaway. We're going to throw up some of your comments. Appreciate everybody joining us. We do have some more quests coming, some more opportunities to engage. And I also want to say this, you know, a lot of people, if they don't feel like they can get on the sprint leaderboard, we're seeing participation wane a little bit, which is understandable. It's fine. We still have quite a huge group that's still participating. But just remember, we have the main leaderboard. Anything that you do in these sprints, it applies to the main leaderboard. We are going to have main leaderboard rewards and giveaways that'll be tied to our airdrops. It'll be tied to some of our larger prizes. You know, we're going to be giving away some really large 500, 1,000, and maybe even more giveaways as we approach the end of the year. Again, this is a long-term project, and so the top 5,000 people on our leaderboard are going to be participating in our airdrop. So you don't want to drop below 5,000. So keep coming back, keep hanging in there, participate. It will ensure that you're eligible for our airdrops, for some of our giveaways. We're going to be doing a lot. So just hang in there. This is going to be a long journey together. And by the time we're done, you're going to get to know some phenomenal projects that we're working with. You're going to figure out, all of the things that the DAO is going to be doing moving forward for DeFi, for launching projects here in the U.S., raising capital for, potentially raising capital and participating in registered fundraisings. Some of the stuff that only VCs have access to. Granted, we still have some legal challenges, but that's our goal. Is to really bring the TradFi landscape into the global economy a little bit more. That's a little bit more accessible to a lot more people. So that's really what we're looking to do. So participating in these quests goes way beyond what each quest has to offer. And as one of our big supporters, we won't forget that. So it will all go to supporting the bigger picture and access to this opportunity that you might not otherwise have. So that said, I'm going to go ahead and play us out. Thank you for joining us. I will say one last little kind of pleasantry at the end of this, but in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and share some of the comments. Guys, have a wonderful day. Hopefully we'll see you in our spaces tomorrow. A wonderful weekend, and we'll talk soon.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. We ready to ignite. We blasting off tonight. Axion DAO in the cloud with the crowd in the frenzy. Pound in the ground, engine sound like a Benz G. In Kamalin to rise in the skylines lit. Rocket climb like a rhyme when the lines all hit. Doing DeFi better, together forever. Meta rides more like leather than pleather. Migration to base, the flight plans drawn. The future is now. Yeah, the mic stays on. Got a 50K giveaway. Big today. Don't faint from the news, man. You okay? Doing DeFi better. Together we stay. We're just getting started. Hear the crowd say, hey, Axion DAO. Those engines lit. Migration to base. The perfect fit. Future of crypto in a brand new way. Axion DAO 50K giveaway. Fast lane frame. Hey. With the game in the gearbox. Meta rides heat. Make the street lights teardrop. Code mode load like a rhyme in the boosters ignite. Income island, they rockets take flight. Octane flame, every launch stays vital. 50K flip, got the grip on the title. Meta rides drift with the lift on lock. Every tick-tock click, push the rocket clock. This is next gen flex on the ledger page. Axion DAO, future set center stage. Got a 50K giveaway, big today. Don't fake from the news, man, you okay. Doing DeFi better, together we stay. We're just getting started, hear the crowd say, hey, Axion DAO, those engines lit. Migration to base, the perfect fit. Future of crypto in a brand new way. Axion DAO, 50K giveaway. 50K giveaway.
All right, everybody, have a good day. Have a good weekend coming up. Hope to see you in Spaces tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see you on Discord. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.